All right, let's talk about North Korea. We're going to go behind one of the most intense walls on Earth. And I'm not just talking about a physical one. We're talking about a wall of information. We're going to try and get a real sense of what daily life is like for the millions of people living there. So let's just dive right in.
Okay, get this. Can you imagine living somewhere where you can't even pick your own haircut?
Or where just watching a movie from another country could get you thrown in prison? And where the internet, the one we use every single day, just doesn't exist?
Look, this isn't some science fiction movie plot. This is the real, day-to-day life for millions of people. It's a carefully built reality. So you have to ask, how on earth is a society like this even possible? Well, it all starts with a wall.
And like I said, not just a physical one. The government's #1 tool is controlling every single piece of information. They build this massive, invisible wall around everyone, making absolutely sure nobody gets a single glimpse of the outside world without the government's permission.
I mean, the difference is just wild. We have this huge open internet, right? Google, YouTube, whatever we want. In North Korea, they have a closed-off, national-only intranet. So forget about Googling something or checking social media. Every little thing you see online is hand-picked by the state. For most people there, the outside world isn't just off-limits, it's barely even a concept.
And this control, it's everywhere. It's not just the internet. We're talking every single TV show, every radio station, every newspaper. They all push the exact same message, day in and day out. The story never changes. The government is perfect, the leader is a god, and everything outside their borders is dangerous. It's not really news, it's more like a constant ad for one single version of reality. But believe it or not, the control goes even deeper than that. It's not just about what you see or hear. It's literally baked into the structure of their society, deciding your entire life's path from the moment you're born. And it's all because of this system they call songbun.
So, what is this songbin thing? Well, think of it as a class system, but it has nothing to do with how much money you have or how smart you are. Nope, it's all about how loyal your family is or was to the government. And we're talking about loyalty going back generations. It's basically a pre-written script for your whole life.
And there's just no escaping it. The second you're born, you're put into one of 3 boxes: loyal, wavering, or hostile. And that little label, it decides, well, everything. Where you can live, the job you'll have, if you can go to a good university, even how much food you get. Your future is just handed to you. And when you're stuck behind that information wall with nothing else to compare it to, well, this system just becomes a normal, unquestionable part of life.
Okay, so with a system this strict, you have to wonder, how do they enforce it? Well, there's one key ingredient: fear. The consequences for breaking any of these rules are designed to be absolutely terrifying.
And I mean, they are extreme. Something as simple as watching a smuggled movie, something we wouldn't think twice about, could land you in a brutal prison camp. Say one bad word about the government, you could be sentenced to forced labor. The whole point is to make the risk so incredibly high that you wouldn't even think about stepping out of line.
And maybe the scariest tool they have is something called collective punishment. This is where it gets really dark. If one person steps out of line, it's not just them who gets punished, it's their entire family. We're talking parents, kids, grandkids, all of them can be sent to prison together. So it forces you to not only watch your own back, but to police everyone in your family too. So you take that information wall, you add the pre-written life from the songbun system, and then you throw in this constant crushing fear of punishment. What do you get? Well, you get the ultimate goal of the whole thing: complete and total psychological control.
Think about it. From the time you're a little kid in school, you're only ever taught one story, one version of how the world works. If you never hear another point of view, that story just becomes the truth, the only truth. For many, the rest of the world isn't even real. It's just this foggy, scary story they're told. And this isn't some small, isolated group of people we're talking about. This is the day-to-day reality for 25 million people. Every single one of them living a life shaped by this incredible system of control.
So what do we take away from all this? The way things are in North Korea, it sounds like something out of a book, right? But it's not. It's real life for millions of people. And it's a pretty powerful reminder that sometimes the most unbelievable stories are the ones that are actually happening. It kind of leaves you wondering, what does it even mean for an entire country to live in its own separate reality? And what would happen if those walls ever finally started to crack?